Malta ha ospitato l'edizione 2022 dello Yacht Racing Forum, un evento a metà tra incontro congressuale, evento fieristico, momento di approfondimento tra stakeholders, protagonisti del mondo della nautica e dello sport a livello internazionale, temi importanti non solo il design, l'innovazione, la velocità, dove va la vela del futuro, ma anche l'inclusività, la parità di genere, ovviamente la sostenibilità, la comunicazione, poi naturalmente eventi, incontri, momenti di approfondimento. Saily è stato media partner per l'Italia di questa edizione dello Yacht Racing Forum. La nostra inviata Francesca Frazza ha fatto molti incontri, il primo è Mark Somerville di Persico.
Yacht Racing Forum Day 1, we are here with Mark Somerville, Chief Operating Officer of Persico Marine. Hi.
How are you?
Hi. So we just finished talking about the latest development in the America's Cup and how much the America's Cup had an impact on sailing. So what do you think about that?
Well, I think it has a really huge impact on sailing as general, as we've seen in the smaller side of foiling. So we have a lot of foiling boats and a lot of foiling like windsurfers, wing foilers and that type of approach. We're going to see all the new technology for the America's Cup trickling down into a lot of the other side of foiling today. We're going to see super yachts and many other boats taking on similar technologies. It's definitely a way of the future.
Yeah, that's for sure. And then going through what you said during the talk, so you said that we're going to notice some minimum details where most of the people won't notice, but there are some changing in between the previous cup and this cup. Could you tell us more about it?
Yeah, I think for the general public they would all look pretty similar, but I think everybody that's obviously in the industry and does a little bit of their homework, they'll understand where the finer differences are from the previous cup to this cup, and that's why we'll see predominantly that if you remember the last cup, we had the boat 1 versions very different to each other, boat 2 a lot more similar. We're going to see just another evolution of that, so the boat's becoming a little bit closer to the pointy end of the triangle, so more similar, and then obviously performance has been quite similar as well, so the racing and everything is going to be a lot more dynamic, a little bit better than the last Prada Cup, I expect.
Well, about the performance, we are at the peak of the pyramid. It's like watching the Formula One. It's like pushing for more and more speed. Of course, it's going to be dangerous. And you talk about some issues. What are the issues?
Same issues again. I think everyone's trying to deal with cavitation and pushing the limits on the foils and obviously on the double membrane sails. The limits will always be pushed. And obviously we're learning all the time through this. So the technology that we went through last time is still at the bottom of the curve, and everyone's still trying to understand exactly what happens. It's really easy to understand in the computer and obviously a lot of the analysis and how that works, but the real life is a different scenario. And having the Cup this time in Barcelona is going to bring another level of difficulty that everyone's going to have to understand and deal with.
Yeah, we said Barcelona could be tricky. I know for sure that when the south breeze is blowing, it could be really wavy. So why do you think it could be tricky?
Well, we're expecting a little bit of that in Auckland last time, and we never really got it, so it was relatively light to medium. And just with the sea state and the tools that everybody has today to understand that, that's not really where it is today. So everyone's going to have to pick up their game and understand in the analysis what it is, and then in real life what the boats really do. So there's going to be a big fast forward on that side of it, which might lead to helping other boats in the future with this type of boat foiling with arms actually going offshore. So I think this is the beginning of trying to fine-tune some of those tools.
Yeah, and then we talk about restrictions and how much restriction can limit the development, and then we talk about project like Flight Nika and about the audience. And in the previous, like at the very beginning of the Yacht Racing Forum, like the opening was how to have a wider audience in order to grow. So what is the audience that you currently have, and how do you think about widening it?
Well, the audience, especially with this type of, let's say, sailing today, everyone just looks at the America's Cup as the default, and over the next year or two, there's going to be more boats coming out, not with a big mass, but more boats coming out with a similar profile like the Fly Nika. And we've obviously designed our Fly 40, and this type of boat will get picked up, and then it would just become like a different way of sailing and the new norm, and and that's when we'll see like an exponential acceleration in the market.
Well, and can you spend a couple of words about the 540? It's currently raining here, so it's not the best of locations, but
Yeah. I mean, it's a boat that we designed for owner drivers. We think it has a good market and a circuit in the Mediterranean. So it'll definitely appeal to some people, but they have to understand at some point that it's not an America's Cup boat. It's definitely for an owner driver. The owner driver can tack from side to side, and very, very different to the AC40. Much more user friendly, not so much high speeds, and it should be more adaptable to some of these younger owners today.
okay. Well, thank you very much for the interview.
Right.
See you later.
Getting wet.